Hi kids! Good morning! I am Joanna Pauline Santillan and I will be telling a story all about the Island Princess. Are you ready kids? Okay! So, Sagi, the red panda, and Azul, the Indian peacock, live on a tropical island in the South Seas. They discover a little girl and a chest of belongings washed up after a storm and take her in and name her Ro, the only two letters left on her chest broken nameplate. 10 years later, Ro has learned to speak to animals and grows up a beautiful young woman, spending her days playing on the island with Azul, Sagi, and an elephant named Tika, while Prince Antonio is out exploring the seas and finds himself on Rose Island. She saves him from a float of crocodiles, and Antonio invites her to return with him to his kingdom of Apollonia, so she can search for clues as to her forgotten past. Ro agrees, bringing her three friends with her. So, on the journey, Ro and Antonio began to fall in love. In Apollonia, King Peter and Queen Daniel are shocked when they met Ro. Peter had arranged a marriage for Antonio while he was away to force his son to settle down and stop adventuring. He takes an immediate dislike to the wild island girl for disrupting his plans. However, Antonio's three little sisters, Rita, Sophia, and Gina, and Daniel's pet, Rhesus monkey, Tallulah, immediately befriend Ro and her animals. Antonio's betrothed, Princess Luciana, and her mother queen Ariana arrive. So, Antonio can meet them. Unbeknownst to everyone, even Luciana, Ariana's parents, committed treason and were demoted to swineherds by Peter long ago. Ariana married an elderly king to become a queen and now is seeking a way to enact to revenge Peter. Seeing Ro as a threat, she works to sabotage all Ro's attempts to fit in. However, Antonius falls more and more in love with Ro, and Luciana herself, being kind-hearted, feels sorry for her. Ro, demoralized by her failures, thinks about returning to the island. Tallulah, Sagi, Azul, and Tika cheer her up and help her get dressed up for a royal ball. At the ball, everyone is impressed by Rose's beauty and grace, and Antonio privately proposes to her. However, Ro refuses, reminding Antonio his duty is to obey his father. Antonius argues with Peter and eventually abdicates the crown to one of his younger sisters. He leaves a note for Ro to say he will run away with her, while Tika, afraid to lose Ro, overhears and hides the note. Meanwhile, Ariana sends her pet rats to spread the sunset herbs. Oh no! Through the kingdom. The poison causes all animals who ingest it to fall into a coma, including Tallulah and Azul. King Peter, concluding Ro and her animals brought the disease, so imprisons them. Peter strikes a bargain with Antonio. He will free Ro if Antonio marries Luciana. Ro and her animals are sent off on the ship, and Tika, realizing her mistakes, confesses to Ro about the note and is forgiven. A sailor, bribed by Ariana, knocks them all overboard. So in the water, Ro remembers the shipwreck of her childhood and that her real name is Rosella. Returning to the kingdom with the help of some dolphins, Ro learns from a little bird that Ariana put sunset herb in the wedding cake to kill Peter and Antonio. Ro makes an antidote to wake Azul and the other animals, but is stopped by the guard. Tika disrupts the wedding and gets Antonio to come to Ro's rescue, while Sagi takes the antidote to Tallulah, waking her. When Rose accuses Ariana, no one believes on her until Luciana, remembering her mother, forbade her to eat anything after the wedding, defends Rose. Ariana flees in a carriage but is wrecked and flung into a pigsty. When Ro revealed to Antonio she was remembered her full name, a wedding guest, Queen Marisa of Pelagia, comes forward, saying she lost her daughter, Rosella, at the sea many years ago. Ro and Marisa sing a lullaby from Ro's childhood together, confirming the truth of the story. Peter begs Ro's forgiveness and thanks her for saving their lives, and she and Antonio are married, while Luciana meets a handsome prince at the wedding. Ro and Antonio then sail off to find new adventures with Tika, Sagi, Azul, and Tallulah in tow. That's the end of my story. Thank you, kids. Bye bye.